Menstrual cycle. If fertilization occurs, the fertilized egg will be implanted into the uterus, where it develops into an embryo. The mucous membrane lining the uterus where the implantation occurs is called the endometrium. In order to receive the zygote and allow implantation, the endometrium must be thick enough and contain enough blood vessels to provide nutrients to the developing embryo. Hence, in sexually matured female, the endometrium undergoes thickening regularly, whereby new blood vessels are made. If fertilization fails to occur, the endometrium will be slought off and shed as blood discharge, a process called menstruation. After menstruation, the thickening of the endometrium begins again. The whole process is repeated until fertilization occurs. These cycles of event is known as the menstrual cycle. The importance of the menstrual cycle is to provide a favorable environment for the development of the zygote in the uterus. As the endometrium prepares itself for implantation, one of the primary follicles develop and eventually become the Graafian follicles. The Graafian follicles releases its ovum, or we call them as a secondary oocyte, around day 14 of the menstrual cycle. This process is called ovulation. After releasing its ovum, the remains of the Graafian follicle will become a yellowish body called corpus luteum. If fertilization does not occur, the corpus luteum eventually degenerates and the whole process is repeated. The menstrual cycle is controlled by hormones. After menstrual cycle, the pituitary gland will produce a hormone called the follicle stimulating hormone, or we call them as a FSH. FSH stimulates the development of the egg follicle in the ovary. The developing egg follicles secrete another hormone called estrogen. The function of estrogen is to stimulate the repairing and thickening of the endometrium. As the level of estrogen rises, the endometrium becomes thicker. The high level of estrogen is detected by the pituitary gland, which then secretes another hormone called luteinizing hormone, LH. Luteinizing hormones helps to stimulate the ovulation and the formation of corpus luteum. Corpus luteum secretes another hormone called progesterone. Progesterone helps to maintain the thickening of the endometrium. If fertilization does not occur, the corpus luteum degenerates and the level of progesterone falls. When progesterone falls to a certain level, much of the endometrium disintegrates and is shed as menstruation.